MPC sample, who should get it and is it for you? I think the biggest question is, what is the MPC sample right now? Let's just answer that. MPC sample is a portable sampler, portable MPC. I don't have one, so I can't really show it to you. You can Google it. You know, it's all the rave right now. Everyone's using it. They got everyone from, uh, you know, Jermaine Dupri, Genuine got it. They showed everybody with it. And it's dope. Everyone's giving their opinion on it, and I think it does need to be talked about in the community, in the production community, because I think some people think that it's useless and it's just a money grab, and I can see why people think that, because they're like, why would I have a small MPC sampler when if I have another MPC? Most people who have the MPC samples are already going to have an MPC. That's just what it is, right? They're probably already going to have an MPC. They're already going to be part of the MPC ecosystem, and to them, what's the point? And I had the same feelings. I looked at it, I was wondering, should I get it? Did I make a mistake in the MPC one? Should I got that instead? And I also have an SP404. You can't see it right now, it's a sample. I have this RS7000, which is a great sampler as well. Also, I use FL Studios for sampling, so I have Momentum, UBI, Falcon, Edison, all the tools that come with FL Studios. So it makes you ask the question, what's the point? Why get another sampler? Why spend $400 for another sampler? I think it really depends on you and how you do things. I think if you mainly use your sample for just drum patterns and stuff like that, not so much as melodic loops or chopping up vocals or anything like that, I think the MPC sample probably is not as good for you. But I think if you're like most people who use samplers, to my knowledge, you use it to chop up songs, melodic loops, vocals, anything, I think it's very good. It's very portable. It has a speaker. It has USB-C, which this baby does not. I don't know why they didn't put this on the MPC One Plus. But yeah, hold on, let me fix that so you can keep the grooves going. We gotta keep the vibes going, right? The vibe will stop a little bit. But yeah, I think that if you do those, you like most people, either you go searching for samples or you hear something and then put it in your brain or you write it down. Like me, when I hear a song that I want to sample, I write it down. Like, on my phone, I go to Shazam, I ask somebody that's around what song is this, and I write it down. And I have a long list of samples I'm not even scratched the surface of that I want to use, and I just go down the list. I actually have to start erasing songs off that list. It might be a problem, but yeah, that's what I do, and I think the MPC sample is very good in that aspect. I think if I had the MPC sample and I could literally just take it, because it's smaller than the SP404, right? So SP404, you're gonna need some type of case or something to carry. The MPC sample, I'm pretty sure you'll need something, but it's more portable. So I could just hear something, download it from my phone, or play it from my phone, use the USB, my iPhone, and plug it directly in, and that's very convenient. Even if this had USB-C, I probably wouldn't be carrying this everywhere. Not to say you should carry the MPC sample everywhere, but it's not so much of a hassle if you do. If you literally just carry it, if you wear a book bag, or you walk around with a coat, you can put it in your coat pocket. Here's something that you like, take out your phone, play it, plug the USB up to the MPC sample, and you're there. And then you can chop it up a little bit, add some drums, add a little track, and have like a loop. I'm not exactly sure how many loops you can do on one track. I don't have it. It seems like you can do maybe one or two. I think it's one track. So there's a lot of resampling involved there. But like I said, for that aspect, it's very useful. A lot of us have more than one sampler anyway. Like I said, I have 3 hardware samplers: the SP404, MPC1, RS7000. and I use them for different things. Confession, I don't even sample in the SP404. I use this for effects. When I want to master my beat, I run my drums into the SP404. I use the compression and the vinyl effect, and then I send it back out. And sometimes I put my synths, my GDXA through this. The other function that I use the SP404 for, like I said, you can't see it, it's off screen. Let me just, you see it right, oops. If you move that, as you can see, it's right there, right? The other function that I use this for is to play back beats when I go to production competitions, or just vibe sessions. It has a 2-hour sampling time. That's amazing. So I could sample my whole songs into this. I could separate everything, play it back, for remixing and stuff like that. So I don't think the MPC sample can do that, but it does have a built-in speaker that's very, very useful. I wish this SP404 had a built-in speaker. That'd be amazing. I don't think it does. But like I said, I don't use this for sampling. I use the MPC mainly right now. My main functionality is transposing, playback, and for drums. I use the drums from the MPC all the time. They're dope. I make my sample kits in my MPC, and I'm going to start chopping more on my MPC. I've been chopping on FL Studios a lot. It's just more immediate. But I'm going to start chopping more samples on the MPC. And then I have the RS7000, which I use mainly for sample manipulation. This has a function in it, loop remix. So, didn't mean to go on a long tangent there. Probably did though, and I segued off though. But my main point I was trying to make is that the MPC sample has its own functionality. Just like this has a functionality, this has a functionality. My software sampler has a functionality that I use it for. Both of them that I use, Momentum and UBI Falcon. MPC sample is very useful because it has a very specific functionality. It's portable, it's quick, you can make something real quick, have it, wait till you get back to your studio, and then finish it on your DAW or your other MPC, and that's very useful. When it comes to sampling, that's probably the most useful thing. You can hurry up, grab the idea, sample it, and not have to worry about losing the idea or losing the motivation that you just got right there, and that happens a lot. So like I said, I think the MPC sample is an amazing idea. I think anybody that sample, if you sample heavy, if that's your main focus is sampling, if 90% of your beats is sampling, get the MPC sample. You don't lose by having it. You can sample portable, unless you already have a portable sampler. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of portable samplers. I don't know if any that has its exact functionality, battery powered. I think it's battery powered. Yeah. Built-in speaker. It even has a built-in mic. It's not that good, I don't think, but I think it has a built-in mic. Not sure, but I know it has a built-in speaker, battery power, and you can sample from your phone. I think you can't beat that. If sampling is your main workflow, you might as well. You don't gotta wait till you get home. You don't gotta write the sample down and then get home and then work on it. You can do it right there and make 1/4 of the beat right there, 1/2 of the beat. Get home, finish it up, add the effects, add all the nicks and crannies, add all the bells and whistles, put the seasoning on it right there, and you can do that starting with the MPC sample. And like I said, I think that's amazing. I think that's very amazing. It's a sketch pad, and I used to always, when I was younger, I used to see studios with more than one sampler. I'm like, why this guy got 3 MPCs? I know why they have 3 MPCs. They do different things though. But I think this is the best case of someone having an extra MPC when they already have one that's bigger, and they can literally say, I have a clear reason to do this, not just something that they something that they prefer, or just say that they can say, yo, listen, when I'm outside and I hear something I like, I could type it in my phone and then sample it into my MPC sample, and then get home and then finish working on the beat, and I'm straight. I think that's amazing. I don't have the MPC sample to say what they should add to it. I've heard a couple situations, people said they've been losing their project, little things. So, but like I said, the thing is new. The main thing I would change is I might change the name. I might call it the MPC sampler, or I don't know. I might name it something different because I think the MPC sample is a little confusing when you're talking about sampling in the MPC sample. It gets a little confusing to say it, say MPC sample 20 times or 5 times, whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my thoughts on the MPC sample. Do I have any regrets getting this MPC 1 Plus and not getting the sample? No. This is a portable, full production workstation. I could do everything I need to do on this. I can do everything I usually do in FL Studios. Can this do everything FL Studios do? No. But I can do everything I need to do in FL Studios on this, for the most part. If I really needed to. Even if I couldn't, there's some type of workaround I could use and figure it out. So this MPC sample does not replace this. This doesn't make me have any regrets getting this. I can see how some people do. They feel like they have regrets, or they might have regrets. They might have worked better for them. If they only want to chop up samples and then do everything else in the DAW, but they only use the MPC for strictly chopping up samples, not for controlling their whole studio, then yes, you probably should have got the MPC sample, and then you could just chop up the samples on there, put them in your DAW or whatever have you, and just do it like that. But if you have a setup where you want to control everything, I'm not sure how good the MIDI implementation is on the MPC sample. If you want to have option for the future, I might not want to use FL Studios one day. I might not be able to. My computer might shut down. That happens all the time. This gives me another option, and this gives me another alternative where I don't have to rely on software. I could say, hey, I don't want to use software, I want to do this. MPC sample, you could, but like I said, it's limited, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because it gives you a clear job of what you want to do, and it's bad because you can only do it so much. So if you have certain things you want to do with the MPC sample, you can. But it does its job very well. I haven't played with it yet. I watched a bunch of videos, making sure I didn't make the wrong mistake, like I said, and also seeing where it compares to the SP404. Like I said, it's more immediate. It's more fun, and I look at it like my software sample. I look at the MPC sample like my momentum software that I use. It's immediate, it's fun, I get the job done quickly. That's what needs to happen. I don't finish the beat on momentum, I just chop up the samples, I add the drums and everything else afterwards, right? And I look at the MPC 1 more like, my FL Studios UBI Falcon. It's more deep, it's way more shit you can do, excuse my French, and the possibilities are endless when it comes to sampling and synthesis. It's the same comparison, I feel like. Not the exact same, but it's the same principle, as this is a specific sample, quick thing. It's quick, MPC sample with momentum, and the MPC 1 Plus as opposed to UBI Falcon. So I hope I was able to help somebody up. I hope I was able to clear some things up for somebody with a real life review and real life opinion on how it works, because a lot of people they have their opinion on, but how it works, but it might not relate to everyone. I hope someone's able to see this video and I can help them with their specific experience. Like I said, peace. You already know the vibes, and holla at me.